All right, you guys, what's going on? It's your boy Town Biz. Turkeyology already announced that Dana White is out as the primary promoter for the upcoming Terrence Crawford versus Canelo versus Terrence Crawford, which will take place now September 13th, which is a Saturday. They're saying that the fight is still going to be in Las Vegas. Some reports have it still going to be at Allegiant Stadium, but um, there is supposed to be a football game with UNLV. So I don't know how that's gonna work. But nevertheless, you know what? With that being said, with that being said, I find it strange that already Dana White seems to be having issues. Now we don't know what's going on specifically. This is just something that people are scratching their heads, wondering why is Dana White already out? And the fight was barely announced like 2 weeks ago. So Dana White appears to already be out as the promoter for the upcoming Terrence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight. And then plus you've been hearing about some strange fights that could possibly be, in the works. You're hearing about Charlo versus Keith Thurman or Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence. Um, this thing would people want Errol Spence to come back so bad. It's just really crazy. Errol Spence has already killed any rumors of him coming back. Whenever he was linked to a fight, he would immediately dismiss it. And Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman, that's a interesting fight, but it's not that interesting as it would have been like had it happened like 5 years ago. Keith Thurman is a shell of himself. Errol Spence, we don't know how Errol Spence is since the Terrence Crawford thrashing. So I just find this just crazy. But people want Errol Spence to come back so bad. They want him to come back more than he wants to come back. At the end of the day, Errol Spence has not really let us know how he's been since the Terrence Crawford fight. Is Errol Spence mentally able to come back? Because Errol Spence took a beating via Terrence Crawford. It was pretty much a one-sided fight. I know people said that he won the first round. I didn't think Spence won one round in that fight. I think Terrence Crawford won every round in that fight until the stoppage. It was a one-sided beatdown. But this is why some people had reservations about Dana White getting into boxing. I don't know what type of, shenanigans come with Dana White, but Dana White has to understand this is not UFC. You're not going to be pulling the shit with established professional boxers that you were pulling with a lot of those MMA fighters, especially, you know, the notorious low pay. Dana White is a notorious cheapskate when it comes down to paying these MMA fighters. So I wonder could that be the case, or maybe the two main event guys was wondering why would Dana White, who has no experience promoting boxing, would be able to promote a fight of this magnitude. This is a big fight. I think Dana White should start on a smaller circuit. A fight of this magnitude, does Dana White even know how to promote a boxing event of this caliber? So that's the questions that come into play when you think about it. But I will continue this talk later on. So just wanted to give you guys a quick briefing. So this is your boy Town. I'm out.